Okay, this is just gonna be a quick video for all you guys on PS4 console playing Star Trek Online. This is just gonna be my opinion on what I'd like to see in the game that I know for a fact is in the PC version that hasn't either maybe or maybe not gonna come to console, or maybe is in the works to come to console, or maybe there's just gonna be a while before it comes. But nevertheless, it's a wish list of what I would want to see, that of things that I know are on the PC version that I would like to see on console as soon as possible. Or things that I know that need to be fixed. For instance, the one thing I really want fixed on the console version of the game is the trophies to be fixed. Right now there is a trophy, and I know as I've tested it, that when you finish your Dyson's reputation, all the reputations and do all the little missions that come with them, you were supposed to get a trophy for, it's called Shadows of the Solanae, and you're supposed to get it's a silver trophy, I believe. You're supposed to get it for completing all the tiers of reputation, doing all the missions that come along with them, and you do not get that trophy. If you go online now, you can look up, no one who has played Star Trek Online on the PS4 or Xbox, to my knowledge, I'm pretty sure Xbox too, no one has earned that trophy because it's bugged. You cannot get it. It's a very simple task to do. All you gotta do is do all the reputation tiers, but no one can get it. Therefore, no one can get the Platinum trophy on PlayStation for this game. And I have actually been working to get the Platinum trophy. And when I found out about no one's able to get it because they couldn't get the one trophy, the Solanae trophy, I was pissed. So I'm really hoping, Cryptic, if by some miracle you see this video, I know no one will, probably, but if you do happen to see it, it would be great for you guys to fix that. Because I actually, would be the first PlayStation Platinum trophy I would have gotten. And I really wanted to get it for a Star Trek game, especially for this game that I liked so much. I've played for years on PC, and now I'm on this because my PC can't handle it. I really want to get the Platinum trophies. I thought it'd be awesome. And unfortunately, I can't get it because one of the trophies is bugged. So I'm really hoping you guys fix that soon. Now, as far as wishlist going for what I want to see in the game, it has recently been released that there's been a tier 6 version of the assault cruiser on the PC version released. And with that, like a lot of the other ships that have gotten tier 6 updates that used to be older ships, like the Galaxy, it got a skin update. In fact, here's the old Regent class. That's what used to be the new ship for the assault cruiser. Keywords it used to be. Right above me right here. Oh, well, can't see it. There we go. That's what used to be the new ship. It's hideous. But now they got two different types of tier 6 ships for the assault cruiser. They got two different ones. One that's like with a toy, it comes with a toy promotion. You have to get this toy to get the code or whatever. I don't care about that. But then you got Intel one that's available on the C store. All I'm asking for is the one on the C store. That's all I'm asking for. And for the original Sovereign skin, to get the update you've done on PC, which makes it basically look exactly like it came out of Star Trek Nemesis. And that I want so much because it is such a good looking ship. The current skin for the Sovereign class in this game is hideous. That's why they updated it in the PC version. And when they did the update, they also gave it a tier 6 update. I want a tier 6 Sovereign with its gorgeous skin from Star Trek Nemesis that you have on the PC right now. I know it just came out recently, so it's not fair to assume, oh, it should already be on console. But please, Crypt, as soon as possible, put that in this version of the game. There's no reason not to have it. It is such a good looking ship. It's to many people who like Star Trek, it's one of the better looking Enterprises. Okay, if not the best looking. The only one maybe topping it would be the original series ship. But I would really like to see that tier 6 Sovereign with its updated skin to make it look like it came straight out of the Nemesis movie in this version of the game. Please. That's the biggest thing on my fucking wish list for this game. Second thing, and it's kind of an obvious thing, and it probably won't happen for a while simply because the game hasn't been out long enough, and this just came out on PC not too many months ago, I believe, is the Agents of Yesterday expansion. I did play it on the PC. I've not looked at the most recent K-13 Starbase. Here's the 5th Mako Fleet Starbase. It's coming along. But I've not looked at the Starbase stuff. It looks cool. I've seen the photos. I've seen what you can get from it. It looks very good. But I have played the missions for the most part. Played most of the missions, and they were a lot of fun. It was really a lot of fun to go back to the 23rd century timeline, make a 23rd century faction character, and then play in those timelines, play those episodes that bring back to the original series, which to me is quintessential Star Trek. I cannot wait for that. And with that came a Tier 6 version of the original series, the TOS Constitution class. This is the Abrams one, because it's the only Tier 6 Connie I can get right now, and I wanted it so bad, so I got it. But I know it was released on the PC. I want the Tier 6, even if it's just a light cruiser, I want the Tier 6 TOS Connie in this game also as well. So bad. That's one of those ships I will shell out for. Okay, I will do all the amount of grinding it takes in game to get that ship. Or if you just made it available on the C store, I'd pay for it. I would buy it. But you want to make it some R&D promotion thing when I'm telling you I would literally throw my money at the screen for that ship. I try not to spend too much money on this, but I would shell out money for that if it was a reasonable price, obviously. So please put that in the game too. There's no reason not to. I know it just came out, so that's probably not gonna happen for a while. I understand that you can't just rush everything. I'm sure you gotta work things through and what can be released in the game and how fast. But that's one of the things I think should be on priority. Let's see, what else can be on the wish list? On my wish list. So we got the Tier 6 Sovereign with the updated skin. We got the Agents of Yesterday expansion with the K-13 Starbase, all that fine stuff. Oh, speaking of which, for fleets. I have started the 5th Mako fleet. It's a great fleet. It's doing well. It's one of the more active fleets in game. I noticed a lot of other active fleets on the PlayStation 4 version of the game. There's a lot of fleets in this version of the game. There's a lot of very active fleets, very good fleets. And I've already had several fleets ask about, not specifically us, but I've already seen other fleets trying to make like their own little alliances. On the PC version of the game, there is what they have, fleet armadas, where several fleets can team up together, be in this giant armada, and depending on where they are in the ranking of the armada, have different advantages. Some might get a dilithium boost, some might get a skill boost, whatever it may be. But it's basically just bringing a bunch of fleets together in one group to have an armada chat, and it just basically makes a bigger community of players to talk to. You still have your own fleet, your fleet is still yours, but you just have a chat to talk to you with a bunch of other fleets, bunch of other people. It's such a great way to connect with other players in the game. I would really like to see this implemented into the console version as soon as possible. You may think, oh, there's not as many fleets in the PS4 version or the Xbox version. Oh, they're not, it's not worth it. Trust me, it's worth it. You have a lot of PS4 fleets. I don't know how many there are on Xbox. I don't play Xbox. Can't speak for them, but on the PS4 you have a lot of fleets, a lot of very active fleets with a lot of people in them who are looking to befriend one another and have a bigger community basically to talk to. I don't see why this can't be done. And that one, I understand you just got the fleet holdings out for this version of the game. Thankfully, I appreciate that, because there's no point to having a fleet almost except for a community aspect of it. which is a big aspect of it, obviously. But all you could do is chat and do parties and stuff. But you couldn't work toward. You couldn't build anything. The whole point of having a fleet is to build a community and build your own star bases. It makes the game more fun. Now you can build an even bigger community with this Armada system, but it's not been yet implemented into the game, and I'm really hoping it will be. So please look into doing that as well. That should be high on the priority list, I think. Personally, I think. This is all personal of what I would like to see into the game. And I know it's also what other players would like to see in the game because I talked to other players in the game. And it seems to be a general consensus of some of these things that they really want to see in the game. Also, since I mentioned the tier set Sovereign, I would also like to see other ships that are already on the PC version that should be in this game. I don't even know why the tier 5 Odysseys were introduced. So I know is probably kind of a business move to release the tier 5 ones first and without the tier 6 ones. I understand you probably were just the tier 6 ones aren't ready for the console yet. I get that, and you need to have a certain amount shelled out for available for the game. And if you're gonna release one of them first, yes, it would be the tier 5 ones. So then you make money on those, and then you release the tier 6 ones, and people are like, oh, I have to upgrade to the tier 6 now. I get that. I get it's a business, and I get it's a free-to-play game. That's how you make your money. I get that. But now you've had so many people buy the tier 5 versions. If you don't hurry up and release the tier 6 versions of the Odysseys, I forget what their official names are called, but they're the tier 6 Odysseys. They're the tier 6 version of the Odyssey classes, the flagship classes. If you don't hurry up and release those, people are, even when you finally do release them, people aren't gonna buy them because they'll already have all of them already have the tier 5 versions. I haven't bought the tier 5 versions because I know eventually, hopefully, you will bring in the tier 6 versions, like you've done with the Galaxy and the Galaxy Dreadnought, and even the Defiant and all that good stuff. That's why I'm hoping eventually you will release the tier 6 Sovereign, because you have the tier 5 version in there. Why in the world would you not release the tier 6 one? I'm really hoping you do soon. In fact, I'm gonna go show you the Sovereign skin right now and how awful it is. Let's do this, shall we? This is my fleet starbase, the 5th Mako fleet starbase, by the way. Sorry, I'm just randomly running around, but this is just, again, a video of my thoughts on what I would like to see in the game as soon as possible. We may not have this unlocked yet. Okay, here we go. Starships tier 5. The cruisers. Here's the assault cruiser refit. That's the tier 5 one. This is the free one. Now, if I can go into... Oh, that will be on the engineering deck. That's my bad. Engineering deck is where you can actually customize the look of the ship. That's where you buy the ships in your own starbase. One of the advantages of having a fleet, you don't have to go to the crowded ESD all the time. It's nice that you can have your own place to do all this stuff. Let's see here. So, this may not be unlocked yet. Yep, that's my bad. Okay. But you can look it up for yourself. The Sovereign skin is hideous. And you go look at the Galaxy class, and we didn't even know that it used to look worse on the console because it just came into the game with the updated skin. But on the PC version, it used to look like complete crap. It barely looked like a Galaxy class. Well, since they were going to update it to a tier 6, then they gave the original skin an update to make it look like it comes straight out of the show. The Galaxy looks like it comes straight out of the show. It is gorgeous. It is literally drop dead gorgeous. But the Sovereign is still absolute crap looking, and you have now released a tier 6 one on the PC with that updated skin, and is I've looked on the PC, it is absolutely gorgeous skin. It absolutely looks like it came straight out of the movie. Please put it in this version of the game, and please release the tier 6 Odysseys. Stop making us buy the tier 5 one and then go and get the tier 6 one. It is ridiculous. I understand it's a business point, I understand that, but it is ridiculous. ridiculous amount of money. And then when you start to release the Tier 6 version of the ships, people are going to get mad that they bought the Tier 5 one already and they don't have the better ship. And that's how you understand that's how you make money, but it's also in some ways how you lose money. Because you're going to piss people off and then they're going to leave the game. So please don't wait too long to release those. And I'm trying to think right now what other Tier 6 ships haven't been released yet for the console version that I would like to see. There's not really many. You already released a lot of the main ones I would like to see. Trying to think of what other ones. Or actually, side note. So for another thing I'd like to see added is on the PC version, you can choose what you can and can't. Okay, so I'll be back in the space for an example. I'll go back to my ship. So I'll have to do a visual sample for this one. So, beam to ship. Sorry, I know this is kind of a discombobulated video. I know this is kind of random. I'm new to this. But I just want to put a video of my thoughts on what should be coming to this game as soon as possible. I know some of it shouldn't be out yet on this version of the game because it's too new or it's just released on the PC. I get that, but I'm just saying what should be worked on as soon as possible. Now, as you can see, my Tier 6 Constitution JJ ship here, the Kelvin Constitution. You see these orange trails of these impulse engines and that green weird looking stupid deflector animation and this Borg, the Borg nodes on my ship. Yeah, see, don't like the look of that stuff. I'm sure some people do, but I don't. And I would like to just have the skin of the ship as it by itself. And on the PC version, you can do that. You can go to these items. Here's a deflector. There's an impulse engine. You can't toy with them at all. You would be able to click on them and select disable visuals for these items because they have a visual animation. You would be able to disable them. You cannot do that in this game. And yes, there's a tab called visuals. And there's nothing slotted. So that should mean that those visuals shouldn't be functioning. But they are. And that makes me mad. Why? So what is the purpose of this? So you slot it, okay. That just means it's there anyway. That's what it should be. In fact, I just figured this out. So now, you don't even have any impulse engines. So what is the point of the visuals? What is the point of this tab? So that means it's just gone now. It's not even where it should be. What is the point of that tab? Either way, still there. If nothing is put into this visuals tab, that means there should be no extra visuals put on the ship. If you want a visual from one of the pieces of gear that you have, you should be able to slot it in there and that will be the visual that shows up. But there's nothing slotted here, so none of these visuals should be on my ship. This green, ugly ass looking deflector, this shitty looking orange impulse wake, whatever you want to fucking call it, and these stupid little nodes on board nodes on my ship shouldn't be there. And and if someone says, why don't you just not use those pieces of gear? Well, because they're really good pieces of gear that I want for my build on my ship. But I shouldn't have to look at the visuals, because on the PC version they have options to disable them. And I've tried to go into the ship customization and look customization. You cannot toy with it. You cannot get rid of them. It is annoying. In fact, honestly, the Borg one is so annoying that I'm going to have to take off that console, which is unfortunate since I've already upgraded to Mark 14 Epic. This pisses me off. Please, this especially, I just remember that this especially needs to be fixed. I hate this. I hate it. The orange impulse engine I could live with, but dealing with this green deflector, is, I love this deflector. It's a great deflector. It's one of the best deflectors for my type of build, but it is just stupid looking. And so are these stupid little board nodes on my ship. Please give me the option like it is on PC to have the ability to disable visuals. And that's I thought that's what this tab. What else is this tab visual for? What is this? Why else would you have these selections? And on that note, there should also be a console selection too, like impulse deflector. There should. Why can't I not just go to the gear? Go to the simple piece of gear. Why can't you let me select? Oh, equip item. Okay, I get that. Why can't square be like disable visuals? Why can't I click square on this button on this console and disable the visuals for it? Why can't that be the disable visuals button? How hard would that be to implement? Honestly, how hard would that be? I don't think it'd be too hard. And I think a lot of people would appreciate it. Because there's some pieces of gear that are great, but the visuals for it are so hideous. Or even if they look great, but some people just don't like that. Some people just like to have the skin of the ship, just the natural look of the ship. Maybe they like to fly a pure Federation ship. Why can you not allow your players to do that? You allow them to do on the PC version. That's something, see, there is no excuse for that. That should be implemented into the game already. That should have been thought of. I understand you guys did a great job with the controls, but by now, after it's been out a few months with a few patches, that should have been patched by now. That at least should have been patched by now. Along with the trophy, like how is this trophy thing broken in the first place? How is this trophy not available to be? So what you're saying is, if everyone tries to go for all the trophies and they want to get the platinum trophy, they cannot get the platinum trophy. It is an unobtainable thing. So why is it a reward? You have to patch that. You have to patch that Shadows of the Soul in a trophy so people can get that trophy and the platinum one. So far, every other trophy is attainable. I've almost got all the trophies except that one because I can't get it. I cannot physically get it, so therefore I cannot get the platinum trophy. I want the platinum trophy for this game. It would be my first PlayStation Platinum trophy. I really want it for this game. I really like this game. But I can't. I've already posted on the forums. It's done nothing. Oh, what will it take? Do you guys not look up how your game is doing? Like, where do I have to post? Who do I have to message to let somebody know? Because I guarantee you guys don't even know about it. Cryptid. I mean, I know Cryptid's not even going to see this video. I understand that. This is just honestly, it's turned into a ranting video. Who do I message? Where do I go to let you guys know? And a lot of other players know that trophy is unobtainable and it needs to be patched. Because that would be great. Anyway, sorry for the ranting. Just want to put this video out there to show some things that need to be patched. I mean, it's not game. It's game breaking in the sense that you can't achieve all the trophies for that the PlayStation system allows for the game. The game is playable, but that to me is also still considered game breaking. Number two, this ship visuals problem. Why can you not be? I mean, at least explain to me what this tab is for then. I don't understand what this tab is for. I mean, it's just a completely worthless tab. So why don't you take away that piece of shit and let me just go down to the pieces of gear that have visual options. Let me go onto the piece of gear like on this deflector, press square, and just have the option to disable visuals. Why can that not be done? That's such a simple idea. I'm sure it's pretty simple to implement. Why can it not be done? Please, please implement it. And in terms of the stuff on the wish list of things I've asked, I'm hoping for the game to come out fairly soon. I understand some of it shouldn't be out yet because the game just came out on the PS4. But those are the things, some of the things that I think it should be really focused on. And I think a lot of other people do too. I'm sure a lot of fleets would like to have the Armada system. I'm sure everyone in the game would like to have the new Agents of Yesterday expansion because it's an awesome expansion. To you guys' credit, you guys did a great job with that expansion in my opinion. It's one of your better, it's probably my favorite expansion of yours besides the Legacy of Romulus, obviously. And on credit, you guys have finally done a tier 6 Sovereign. I'm like that you have one for the C-Store. I'm glad that not the only one is available just from that toy it's promotion thing. I'm glad you did one that's for the C-Store as well. Is if that toy one was the only way to get it, I'd be mad. I'm sure you'd have a lot of your players upset on the PC version. A lot. But please implement that into this version of the game, and please put the new skin in this version of the game. I'd be flying that ship around non-stop if you had that new skin for the Sovereign in this game with the Tier 6 version. That would probably be my flagship. And please bring in the Tier 6 versions of ships that you still only have Tier 5 for, like the Tier 6 Odysseys. I know that's a thing. I have them on the PC version. Why do you only have the Tier 5 ones on here? I know you want people to buy those, so then they'll buy the Tier 6 ones when they come out because they want the better version of the ship. But it's grown tiresome. It's a waste of your community's money. It's not making you that much more money, and it's honestly only going to piss people off. To be honest, I don't see anyone flying the Tier 5 Odysseys around because they know for a fact, even people who haven't played the PC version, they know that there's a Tier 6 version available either because former PC players like me have told them, and I have told them because I don't want them to waste their money, or they've looked it up online easily enough. So what's the point of just selling keep trying to sell the Tier 5 ones and wean them for all you can? No. Bring the Tier 6 versions of the Odysseys in, please. It's just wasting our time. So, sorry this turned into a rant video. PlayStation community, Stowe community, sorry this turned into a rant video. I really did want it to be more of a wishlist video, but those are just some of the things that really need to be fixed with this game right now. Please. Those two major things need to be fixed. I cannot stress enough. And that wish list is just some of the things that I think should be worked on as priority of what to come out in the game next on the console version. I think that's just some of the things that should be taken as a priority. So with that, all that ranting, again, sorry. This is me signing off. Have a good one, guys.